talked about why and how people become addicted to a variety of things. I've described for you research on how people outgrow addiction, mature out of addiction, leave addictions behind when they leave a war zone. I developed the Life Process Program as a way of helping people evolve out of, get out of, mature out of an addiction. And here are some of the key things that we try to get across to people in the Life Process Program. For one thing, we tell people that addiction is not permanent. We disagree with that part of the disease theory. We disagree with that part of trauma theory where it says, well, you'll never escape traumas you've had in your life. Instead, we tell people, we help people see their lives in a more positive way. They're more optimistic about what the future holds for them. And one reason for that is because they develop more confidence in themselves. They believe they have more capacity to handle stress. Perhaps you've seen two different people in a stressful situation. Earlier in the series, I talked about how my father fell apart when any uncertainty or anxiety-producing situation arose. Other people are better able at keeping their composure, and what they're saying to themselves is, well, I've had problems before in life, but I'm a person who's capable of dealing with things. I'm going to get through this situation. I'm not going to turn and run and go out and get a drink or take a drug or eat or shop. So that's one whole layer of the Life Process Program. A second layer of the Life Process Program is that we want you to be engaged in life. I've said that we want you to have a positive view of the world and of your involvement in the world, that the world really holds out things for you to get advanced and satisfied in life. Now, how's that going to happen? Part of it is your outlook. Part of it is developing problem-solving skills. I described how people react differently to different kinds of emergency situations. And that problem-solving is an example of a skill that you can develop in life. We emphasize developing relationships, how to become involved with people, your community, how to concentrate on communicating with people and forming relationships and friendships. And all of these things contribute to a feeling you have of betterment into the world, that you're okay, that you can deal with life, that the world is a positive place for you, that you can handle life. It's a confidence, it's an optimism, and it's something we could call agency or empowerment that the Life Process Program is going to help you. It's not given to you, develop because it's yours and something you take with you. So we have a larger purpose in creating the Life Process Program, and we have a larger purpose in what we're trying to get across to you. We want you to respect and be aware of your addictive possibilities in life and the extent to which you are addicted, but we don't want you to be overwhelmed by your addiction or your negative habits. We want you to realize that these are part of life experience, that many people have gone through them, but we don't tell you that to share your suffering. We tell you that to fuel your optimism. So many people, not just the Vietnam veterans, not just the teenagers who outgrow addiction, So many people outgrow their most negative habits, the worst addictions. Think about how many people you may know who've quit smoking. It's something that you can do in a normal course of your life. Nothing magical has to happen. You don't have to change your personality. You don't have to take some kind of magic substance or some magic potion. The secrets all lie within you. And that's why we're at such pains to communicate that addiction is not a disease. A disease just suggests you're thinking of cancer or something like that. It just grows within you. It's not something you have to control. It's not something that by improving your overall life, the disease will decline. But addiction is those things. It is something that you can overcome. It is something that's part of your life that you can modify. It is something that as your life grows and strengthens, you'll be able to improve on. And it's something you know about. It's nothing magical, some mystical biological disease. It's something you can perceive in yourself and understand in yourself, and you can witness it in other people. Vietnam veterans they're human beings that you might recognize. People you know who've quit smoking, people you know who've lost weight, and you yourself have made changes in your life. One of the things we emphasize in the Life Process program is advances in your own life where you may have given up an addiction. For example, somebody may want to give up alcohol or cut back drinking, and they've already quit smoking. And so it's easy for us to say to them, you know, you've already quit a tough addiction, the toughest addiction of all. You have that skill. You know how to do it. A second part of what we're trying to establish with the Life Process program, by making addiction more life-size, by bringing it into the human domain, is to make you realize that it's tied to who you are and what you believe. Your own values are critical in addiction. I mean, why is it you want to overcome the addiction? It's because you don't like its effect on your life. It's because you care about being healthier. It's because you want to have a better relationship with your spouse or partner or your children. It's because you want to have more success in life. It's because you want to feel better about your time on earth. And so we call into play in the Life Process things that are pretty, to use the word, existential. We talk about your own values, what's important to you. We talk about your motivation, why you want to change, and how you can corral your own internal motivation to change, and not to rely on external forces either that cause the addiction or as a way of getting over the addiction. We talk about meaning and purpose in life. We're kind of a purpose-driven program. We're driven by our own sense of purpose. That's why we're in the Life Process program. We want to help people. Obviously, you've heard from talking to me that we're people who feel that we've gone in the wrong direction, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in the addiction field, in the drug field, in terms of where society is headed and what we need to do to change that. But the most important thing of all that we want to convey to you is that you are in charge of this process. We're not a program that says, oh, if you stop coming to us, you can return to us. You can have your batteries recharged, but your recovery is not due to us. Your recovery is due to your own empowerment, your own agency. You are in charge of your own life. You have the power going forward when you leave the Life Process program to make your life better, to deal with temporary setbacks, both in your situation and even if your behavior should fall short of what you hoped that it would be. The life process program is the opposite of a powerlessness program. It's an empowering program.